All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel, guys. Say hello to Ren and Stimpy, Powder Toast Man, Log TV, and Choo Choo, and let's get started with today's video. So we've got another loaner from White Mountain Knives, guys. Check him out over there. Don't forget, use code KnivesFAST for 10% off and free shipping. Now this is a knife from Concept, and let's focus. Concept, Main Street, Dirk Pinkerton design, black stonewash, 154 cm, black and red. G-mask is 3.4-inch beast of a knife. Dirk has some cool designs. You guys know we've had Dirk on the channel and had him on the live stream. A lot of fun. Good dude. Really has some really cool ideas and designs. And there you go. There's his logo there. So you have red and black G-Mascus overlaid flush with steel liners. You do have some jimping on the liners. Now, the jimping on this knife is an interesting study. So you can see it's sort of inlaid into the side. Now, whoops. All right, come on. So you can see here, it actually covers you on the upward surface as well, but on the blade, it's a little less deep. So it's definitely sort of down, if that makes any sense. So what I'm trying to say is it's kind of a fairly smooth surface for your tactile, for your thumb. I mean, you do dig in a little bit to it, but most of the actual cuts for the jimping are on the side. Does that make sense? It's kind of hard to explain. So you guys know the Main Street has been around for a long time, and I almost forgot to say, this is a new version of the Main Street. This is the crossbar lock Main Street. Very, very cool design. Of course, you've got a nice loop over deep carry clip here all the way up, and it is not reversible, and you do, wait a minute, do not have a lanyard hole. Could you slip one in right? No, you really couldn't. Maybe something really small. But you do have two barrel spacers. Man, this guy, I'm telling you, these knives with the black liners and the black blades, it is so hard to show details on these knives. But you do see your skeletonization inside. For weight reduction, you have flat-sided scales that are fairly smooth, but not slick. Get a very nice grip on it. Not a problem, but it does look very smooth. In that red, guys, it is like, it almost looks like that black and red carbon fiber, but it's not. It's G10, and it is, I think it's cool looking. Kind of like fire or like lava running through it. Black hardware, of course, chamfered off very nicely on the edges. When you open your blade, you see kind of a shiny coating, but it is stonewash, which is really interesting that it's still a little bit shiny. You do have 154 cm and the model number. You do have Main Street, which is the name, and the Dirk Pinkerton logo, as well as the Concept logo. So you have a little bit of billboarding, but not a ton. And you have this crazy Warncliffe blade, kind of a thick stock here. We'll tell you it's not super thick, but it comes down nice, flat grind here. Very nice. And let's just get this out of the way. No questions whatsoever on Dirk's knives. Yep, they cut. You know, it is a machine as far as just cutting. With the grain, against the grain, it doesn't matter. This guy is a cutter. So very, very cool. Dirk really gets blade geometry, and this one gives you a nice point, and you have kind of an area you can sort of get in out here, a little bit of a reach out there, but here you can get in there and do a nice draw cut like this. It is a 4-finger knife for me. Yep, I feel that clip right there where I always feel these deep carry clips. You know, good retention, in and out of the pocket well, great clearance. You do have mushroom screws, but you know, not a big deal. My pocket went in and out of there fine because it's a tall clip, but man, you do feel it. You know, good. What's the word I'm looking for? Ergonomics there. It's a little square through here, but not bad. It is chamfered, so it feels fine. For me at least. And again, my thumb rests nicely right there, and I do feel that jimping grabbing a little bit, in fairness. Now it is thumb stud deployment on both sides, But of course, we have an access lock. Now, we'll tell you, you know, it kind of pops out of there pretty well. You can see you can fail it if you try hard enough, but if you give it a good up and out kind of thumb flick, whoops, it's gonna come out. And as you can see with a little bit of wrist, I can middle finger flick it fairly easily. Now, it is a dropper, nice running on bearings, very nice. And you can see, finally I've gotten, it took me a little bit to get it, but you can get into a nice little rhythm here. Very nicely done in that regard. The D10, you know, which is the springs, obviously, you know, is a little lighter, and I'm not sure if it's adjustable on this one or not. But again, if you mean it, if you just give it any kind of force to get past that, it's coming open. So very nice. No problems with that, in my opinion. All right, just clearing a few things out here. We're going to set the knife here and go through the specs, and then we will do our comparisons. Now, here's the thing, guys. If you go to look up Main Street crossbar lock on White Mountain Knives, you will find a few versions. So there is a black stonewash blade with a black G10 handle for $78.50. There's an orange G10 with a black blade for $78.50. There's this guy for $82.60. Okay, 154 cm. All of these are 154 cm. There is a green micarta version with, again, 154 cm and a black blade for $79.80. There's a blue G10 with a stonewash blade for $78.50. Holy cow. And one last one. There is a twill carbon fiber G10. So that tells me it's overlaid carbon fiber on G10 with 154 cm, and that one is $79.80. So there is your options. Now, let's drill down into this one. It is G10, red and green Damascus, 3.36-inch blade, 7.92 inches overall, 4.5 ounces. So, you know, it's a little heavier than some might like it, but it's fine. And again, designed by Dirk Pinkerton, and it is definitely running on bearings with a Axis-style crossbar lock. Now, our Rat 1 is a little bit, let's line them up, a little bit bigger on the handle and the blade, but not much. And this one's a little bit taller, obviously different style blade and handle. And then you can see our Rat 2 is a little bit shorter on both the handle and the blade. So there are your comparisons. Very, very nicely done. I kind of dig this knife. Again, it is a beast. Now, I would like to compare it, one that you see on the channel here a lot. This is the Civivi Bull Mastiff, which is actually a humongous beast of a knife. But you can see this one is still pretty tall. Not quite that tall, but pretty tall. And again, it's a neat large Warncliffe, not little. So there you go, guys. Thanks to Justin over at White Mountain Knives for sending this. Thank you for watching. Please let me know what you think down below. Give me a comment and a thumbs up. And I appreciate each and every one of you if you do. Well, I mean, I appreciate you anyway, but please do all the things. Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and share if you can. And thank you for watching the KnivesFAST channel.